Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to share with you my entire Middle Eastern fragrance collection, which isn't actually large. So I've got 19 here to share with you. I have a few that are coming. So the Amber Oud Crescent, Val had talked about that one. I fell in love with it. It's similar to Frederic Mall's Crescent Moon. So it's got raspberry. It's a little bit got a cigarette vibe, rose oud. Love it. She decided that it was a little too masculine for her. So she is passing that one on to me. So that one would rate really high in this. And I'm going to rate them from my least favorite to my most favorite. So that one is coming. And then I just ordered Car Pistachio. I couldn't get a bottle because it keeps selling out faster than I can get my hands on it. So I just ordered a 10 ml decant because really that's probably all I'll need. I like that bottle though, so eventually I'll probably get it. But for now, the decant will do. And then I have a fragrance called Mango Punch coming. And I am so pumped about that because it's supposed to be inspired by Wilhelm Parfumerie's Mango Skin. And Mango Skin is one of my favorite mango fragrance is Dirty Mango by Richard Perfumes, which I think is in Europe. You can't find it in Canada. But Mango Skin is amazing. It's such a delicious, delectable, ripe, juicy mango. So Mango Punch is supposed to be similar. So I'm so excited. That should be here in a couple weeks. So that is on the way and I'm super pumped about that. If you want to see the fragrances that I absolutely love, I did a video not too long ago where I talked about the ones that I'm like, oh wow. So Lean, which smells like Gris Charnel or similar to Gris Charnel. That one I really want. One that's called Cacao. Don't even know what that one's similar to, but I love it. So there's quite a few that are on my wish list. But today we're going to talk about the ones that are currently in my collection and I'm going to rate them for you. So before we get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button, join the Weird and Wonderful family, and let's get into this. This one is at the very bottom. I'm not a fan of this one. I know lots of people like it. I thought I liked it, but in the end, I'm just not a fan. And it is Badi El Oud Amethyst by Lattafa. Now, the bottles on these are so fantastic. They've got a metal plate in the bottom. The sticker is gorgeous, metal plate on the cap. The bottle feels nice. Like these are opulent bottles. The fragrance is actually really beautiful and lots of people rate this one very, very high. So again, this is so subjective. But for me, what I can't get past, it's kind of a rose, slightly fruity rose oud. The issue for me is that there's a metallic feel in the rose. So it's a metallic rose to me, a metallic, slightly jammy rose. But the metallic aspect, I just find it too, it's just not my taste. So it's actually a really nice fragrance, total like excellent longevity, excellent quality, but I don't like that metallic aspect in this one. So it's at the bottom. So coming in at number 18 is Al Haramain's Amber Oud, and this is the gold edition. So this one is similar to Yerba Pura, and it is a really nice fragrance. For whatever reason, whenever I smell this, I kind of like it and it kind of makes me feel sick. It's just so sweet to me. So I get lots of that fruity notes. There's a bit of a solar quality or just kind of it feels like you'd be out in the warm sun eating gummy bears almost. It's a little bit shampoo-y and clean. It's got pineapple in it. But for me, the dry down is the part that really kind of makes it not my favorite because it's quite woody. Lots of people love this one. Lots of people, this is again, their favorite fragrance. For me, it's at the bottom. It's just too sweet for my liking. So I'll wear it once in a while. It's not like I haven't worn this thing. But yeah, it's at the bottom. So in number 17 spot is Pascal Morabito's Sultan Noir. So I love this bottle. The fragrance inside it's an incensey, kind of slightly smoky, spicy vanilla. I find this one slightly slightly masculine. So it's actually a really beautiful fragrance. It's a little too sweet again. So sometimes I find vanilla a little bit cloying, and this is one of them. So it's very nice. I wear it once in a while and I enjoy wearing it, but I don't gravitate towards it because it is a little bit more masculine in my opinion. Lots of kind of woodiness, a little bit of incense, a little bit of leather in this. I guess that's the thing. This is a leather vanilla. That makes me wonder how similar it is to sugar leather. It's not similar. Sugar leather is a lot more sweet and airy. This is more heavy. So it is nice. It's just too masculine and too thick in the vanilla department for me. So I wear it once in a while, but it's a number 17 spot because of that. In number 16 spot is Camera by Lattafa. Now, I don't know if you're noticing, but for the most part, these are all fantastic fragrances. So even my bottom ones are excellent. It's not like you can go wrong. Yeah, I've kind of curated my collection because again, I don't want to just buy something for the sake of buying it. I want to really love it. And there's lots that I could add that would be higher rated than these. For me, Camera, I enjoy it again when I put it on, but I just don't gravitate towards it because it's too sweet for me. So the dates in there, the sugar, the syrup, the kind of almost like the angel share-ish type fragrance, I find too sweet. It's so crazy because I love gourmand fragrances, but I find that they just get a little too sickly sweet. And this one is in that. So out of date fragrances, I definitely prefer Jardin de Misfa by Une Nuit Nomade. It's got a little bit more airiness on it that makes it more wearable. My younger sister, she loves this fragrance, smells amazing on her. Maybe I'll just give it to her. I like having this one on hand though, because so many people love it. But I just find that I don't put it on very often because I find it so sweet. So yeah, I've really got to be in the mood for it. So Camera by Lattafa. In number 15 spot is Ornament Parfum by Afnan. This is honestly an amazing fragrance. It's very similar to Olympia Intense by Paco Rabanne. So if you want a more affordable version, this is your girl. So it's got the amber, the vanilla. There's a lot of salt in this. So it smells like a salted amber caramel. To me, it smells like skin that's been out in the ocean and come in and it's dried. So it's got some salt on it, but the warmth and the sweetness of your skin due to the warmth of the sun is kind of what this smells like. So it smells like a sun goddess fragrance in my opinion. It's super relaxing. It's quite sexy. This one says it has some fruity notes. There's some coconut. There's orange blossom. To me, it smells almost like tiare in there. Doesn't smell like coconut to me. There is a fruity component to this one that differs from the original Olympia Intense. This says it doesn't have any salt, but it definitely smells like the salt component in Olympia Intense. So it's an excellent fragrance, but I already have Olympia Intense. So this would be kind of my backup. So when I run out of that one, I'll definitely start using this one more. Really beautiful fragrance though. Great for summer evenings, really quite sexy, sensual, but sexy, sensual, sophisticated. But you gotta like that salt aspect because to me, it smells like there's salt in there. In number 14 spot is Rare Tiffany by Afnan. It's major yellow florals. Smells almost like yellow florals with a hint of caramel. Oh, this does have caramel in it. So yeah, it's definitely get that ylang ylang that's in here. It's very sweet. It's very, very floral. You have to love florals to love this one. To me, this is a great floral for spring. You could wear this in the winter too, but it just smells like spring to me. A little bit more mature, but I love that caramel aspect in this one. This has ginger, sandalwood, and vanilla as well. So it's really quite smooth. I think it's a gorgeous fragrance, but again, it's not going to be everyone's taste. It's definitely not blind buy worthy because of that yellow floral component. There's white florals in here too. I think there's rose as well, but that yellow floral really comes out. So I would put it in the same category as something like Elisable Parfum That's more white floral. This is more yellow floral, but kind of the same sweetness level, the same floral level. So if you like that kind of fragrance, you're gonna love this one. In number 13 spot is Eternal Oud by Lattafa. Now, some people don't like this bottle. I like it. I think it's cool. It's kind of weird, but it's heavy. I love the base of it. I love the fact that you could use this as a weapon if you need to. Like sometimes perfume bottles are just the perfect defenders of your home because this thing could do damage. Anyway, fragrance inside. This is starting to macerate. So when I got it at first, I'm like, oh, it smelled so harsh, almost chemical, not blended nicely at all. But now it's starting to mature and get a little bit more smooth. I'm still, though, getting a lot of the oud compared to any of the other notes. So this needs to macerate a little bit longer. But basically what you're left with is a smooth, sweet, amber oud fragrance. Quite simple. There's a little bit of citrus in the opening. There's plum. But the main kind of component of this fragrance is found in the base where you're getting benzoin, tonka, vanilla, labdanum, and then of course the amber and the oud. So really smooth. To me, this is one that I would likely layer more so than wear it on its own. And it feels a little bit masculine to me. But like I said, this one's still macerating. So this is another one that may go higher up on the list as it kind of becomes its own. But right now, still has work to do. So that's why it's a little lower. The next few fragrances here are ones that are new to my collection that were blind buys. So I'm still testing them out. So they may go higher, but they're definitely higher than the ones that I've already talked about. But yeah, I have to play with them a little bit more. And again, needing to see what happens to them as they macerate. The next one is Lean by Lattafa Pride. So Lean is a kind of citrusy mango fragrance. There's a bit of bergamot and pink pepper in the opening. There's some turmeric. And then you have this mango. The mango in this to me smells quite green. So it reminds me a little bit of the Xerjoff one. I have a dupe of it. It's not that, but it's kind of. So this has that bright citrus opening, quite fresh. The mango is in there. It's present, but it's not a juicy mango. It's more of a green mango to me. This is also quite floral. So it's got jasmine, there's osmanthus, there's tuberose in here. To me, it comes across just kind of florally. And again, almost like a citrus floral. Where the florals are there, but that citrus just stays present quite a lot of the time. It's quite a classy fragrance. This feels very refreshing to me, and I think I will really enjoy this in the spring and summer, especially the summer, as kind of a classier, fresh take on mango. It's kind of good, but it's not one that you automatically go, oh, this smells so amazing. This is so mango-y, because there is that floral component to this. So it's not a straight up juicy, fruity fragrance. It's a little bit more complex, so you need a little bit more time with it. That said, I am liking it more and more. So we'll see what happens with this one. But for now, it's where it is in the list. Coming in number 11 is Yara. So just so you guys know, this comes off. Maybe I've said that. One of you told me that, and for whatever reason, this just makes me so happy. Like, I don't know why. Why would this make me happy? But anyway, Yara. So Yara and me, we have a bit of a weird relationship because sometimes I love her. She's like one of those friends that you sometimes love and they're just amazing, and then sometimes they're annoying. I actually don't have any friends like that. I have amazing friends. I'm really lucky. But if I did, I would call her Yara. So this one, it's got some fruitiness in it, but it smells a little lotiony, a little bit powdery. This is a great fragrance for layering. And if you want something that is kind of comforting and relaxing, this is actually really great. I don't think it's the be all and end all. If I would have smelt it to begin with, I probably wouldn't have bought it. So I don't think it's blind buy worthy. I don't think it's the strawberry milkshake that everybody seems to smell. That said, again, we're all different. So I don't get the strawberry milkshake. I get kind of a fruity, lotiony smell, slightly powdery, quite vanillic, but somehow I've grown to like this one. I wish I smelt the strawberries and cream or the strawberry milkshake that others do. That said, it's a solid release, just not my favorite. In number 10 spot is Yara Tous. Again, oh, this one, oh no, it does, it comes off. First time taking it off. I like this bottle better. I really like this color. This color of pink doesn't really do it for me. It kind of reminds me of Pepto-Bismol. But somehow this is just so summery and awesome. Now, the reason why I purchased this one was because it had mango in it. And I knew I was taking a risk getting another Yara fragrance because they are quite synthetic. So we have synthetic notes all the time in fragrance, but some smell a little more synthetic than others. This is one of them. So this, it leaked and cracked open. So there's quite a lot of leakage and stickiness. Mango, passion fruit, and coconut in the opening. I get the mango, but again, it smells a little bit perfumey mango as opposed to just juicy, delicious ripe mango. I also find that this one is ever so slightly green. It's got some florals in here as well. There's still musk in here. And I do find that this one goes a little bit more musky when it dries down. When I first sprayed this on, I'm like, this is a hard pass. And I was really disappointed, but as it sat on the skin, it got more and more interesting to me. So I'm glad I have it. I think I'll really enjoy it in the warmer months. Yeah, it's not my favorite mango. I still am excited about trying that mango punch, and I'll definitely weigh in. But I'm happy to have this because it's kind of fruity, it's sweet, a little bit powdery, a little bit musky, just ever so slightly green. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on this one. Again, I haven't sat with it long enough or worn it enough to really weigh in, but definitely like it better than some of the others. Next fragrance is Badi Al Oud Honor and Glory by Lattafa. Now this, again, I love the bottle. Mine cracked because we had like -40 weather, but they were kind enough to refund me my money and let me have the bottle. So I really appreciated that. This fragrance is one that at first I'm like, oh, it smells like Yerba Pura. It's another Amber Oud Gold Edition. It's totally not. So this does have pineapple in the opening, but that's where the similarities end. This has a creme brulee note in it. There's definitely woodiness in this one. To me, this one is like a spicy pineapple cake a little bit. With some woodiness in there. I find this one actually cozy and comforting, and I think it would be too much in the hot weather. This is a great fruity tropical type fragrance for cooler weather that is somehow just a little bit cozy. So I actually really enjoy this. I find it rich. I find it delicious. And yeah, I love the longevity. The longevity on this one, I think it's about 6 hours, so it's not like beast mode, but it's a really rich, delicious fragrance. So I really enjoy this one. In number 8 is Modeste 2 by Afnan. Now this I raved about last year. It's a gorgeous fragrance. Like I still really, really enjoy this one. This one is in the same kind of genre as a La Nuit Trésor. So you're getting kind of a fruity, slightly chocolatey, gourmand, syrupy fragrance. It's really, really good. Now this one has more strawberry, raspberry, and cherry mixed with the chocolate. There's a little bit of patchouli in there. I think there's some vanilla in this one as well. So this one's a great intoxicating date night fragrance, slightly super feminine and kind of flirty. Love this one. So in number 7 spot, we have Niche Royal Vert by Maison Alhambra. The other one that I want from Maison Alhambra, there's actually quite a few. So I really want Bright Peach. I think that's an excellent fragrance. And I really, really want Kismet for Her. It's supposed to be similar to Good Girl, I think, by Kilian. So I'm really curious about that one, although I hear the longevity isn't very good, but I'm pretty sure that I would absolutely love it. And I love the bottle. So I really want to get that one. And that one's always an excellent price. Niche Royal Vert is supposed to be inspired by Vert Malachite by the Armani Privé line. This is kind of a fresh, sweet kind of tropical floral. So you're getting ylang ylang and jasmine in here. There's also lily in here. The notes on here do not smell like what it smells like. So I'm reading you the notes from Vert Malachite because it's similar to that. This one supposedly has rose and oud. That's got to be wrong. So these are both kind of yellow florals, and like to smell this one, it's in the same kind of floral family as this one. The only thing is Rare Tiffany has more caramel in it, whereas the Royal Vert, it smells a lot more classy, sophisticated, slightly bougie. It's got vanilla and benzoin in the dry down, so it's quite like sophisticated, soft, slightly powdery. This is a fragrance that I had in my Smells Put Together collection. So really, really enjoy this one. Definitely for me, this feels more like a classy fragrance, spring and summer worthy. It's getting hard now because I'm down to my top 6. In number 6 spot, we've got Sheikhoff Oud by Swiss Arabian. This bottle's getting light. I don't know, you can't see through this one at all. This is Rose Oud Praline. I think there's vanilla in here at all. It's a sweet rose oud fragrance, very strong. It's a little bit bombastic. So there are smoother rose oud combinations out there, I would say, but I just love this. It's one of my original fragrances that I got years ago now. And I have so enjoyed wearing this one. It smells opulent. It smells rich. It gives me that sweet rose oud combo. I don't notice the praline as much. And certainly as far as inspired versions of Lancôme Oud Bouquet, this one is way harsher than Oud Bouquet and less sweet. But it's still in that same kind of family. So that sweet kind of jammy oud, jammy rose oud, but this has a lot of oud. So you've got to like oud, and you've got to like bombastic fragrances to like this one. In number 5 spot, we have Ansam Gold by Lattafa Pride. First of all, the bottle on this is gorgeous. Now, this is supposed to be similar to Oriana by Parfums de Marly. I don't really know if it is. This has mandarin orange and pear in the opening. I don't get either of those. It has some fruity notes in it. There's jasmine, rose, musk, vanilla, and raspberry. I don't get raspberry either. I guess I get where they're coming from that, but there is a musky quality here. It smells fluffy, smells a little bit marshmallow-esque. In the same family is an Oriana or a Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. So it's in that same family of fragrances. The only thing about this one, I've worn this one a ton and I enjoy wearing it, but I think I enjoy wearing it in the spring and summer better. There's a little bit of a metallic quality that I find kind of cold in the wintertime. So I like this one better for warmer weather, but it's very, very beautiful. Number 4 would be Jasmine Wisp by Rasasi. Now this fragrance really doesn't have any jasmine. It says that it has white florals in it. It has a lot of notes, tons and tons of notes. I definitely get the passion fruit in here. It's kind of a little bit prickly. It smells very, very in your face. This is the most bombastic fragrance that I have. Slightly scratchy, slightly obnoxious. But this thing gets me compliments, man. Like, it's a great fragrance, and I always enjoy when I wear it. It smells fruity and loud and happy and jubilant and energizing, and this thing lasts 12 hours on the skin. Like, you smell like this forever. So it's a great value for money if you really want something that's going to last and project for sure. Coming in at number 3 is Kahila Luxe. Now, this is another one that I've talked about recently. You're getting honeyed cherry tobacco, a little bit of booziness. There's some rose oud, spices in here. This is sensual. It's delicious. It smells opulent and rich and sexy and sophisticated. Intoxicating as all get out. Super addictive. very alluring and sexy. So really, really enjoy wearing this fragrance. The longevity is really decent on it too. I'm so glad I have this, like seriously. It's supposed to be similar to Amber Invite Only by Kayali, but Amber Invite Only by Kayali never ever went really nice on me. The fruitiness in that one just didn't sit right on me, and it actually reminded me of diapers for some reason. I don't think anyone else felt that way, but I did. This smells like I smell Amber Invite Only on the cap of Amber Invite Only. Want it to smell like that on me. This does smell like that on me. So love this fragrance. Top two is hard, but my second place is Baroque Satin Oud. I am in love with this fragrance. One of my favorite fragrances, period, right now. And that's the thing, Middle Eastern fragrances have so many amazing qualities. Baroque Satin Oud, it's a rose oud, kind of jammy. There's a little bit of fruitiness in the opening. This has violet in it, so it's very powdery and soft. I've gotten mixed impressions from those of you that have purchased this. Some of you think it's absolutely amazing. Some of you, it's just not for you at all. So definitely not blind buyer worthy. It is similar to Oud Satin Mood. Of course, Oud Satin Mood, it's a beast of a fragrance. It's way more opulent than this. Again, sometimes I feel like the inspired versions are like a shell. So you get the gist of the fragrance, but not necessarily the nucleus of the fragrance. This one, however, although it's not the fullness that you get in Oud Satin Mood, this gives me enough of that it satiates my craving for that fragrance. But this one's like $40. So love this fragrance. It's long lasting. Like I put it on, it lasts for me for the day, projects for about 5. This one definitely gets me compliments. I just absolutely adore this fragrance. Like I'm kind of addicted. And the last one, and it is thanks to Danny by Deep Green Beauty. She gave this to me at Christmas time. I am so thrilled with this. And it is Barakat Gentle Gold by Maison Fragrance World. And this is supposed to be similar to, oh, I just love it, Gentle Fluidity Gold. I don't know how to describe it, because when I look at the notes are all kind of balsamic with juniper, nutmeg, coriander. So, you know, when I go to smell it, I'm anticipating to smell a ton of spice. And I do get like a mild spiciness with the balsamic aspect of that juniper. But then there's a fruity component somehow to this. To me, anyway, there's a little bit of a fruitiness to it. But not like bam, like pear or anything like that. Just this gentle, beautiful sweetness, very smooth composition. Definitely get the vanilla in here. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is signature scent worthy. Probably at this point, the fragrances that I would associate as something that I would want to wear as a signature scent or a signature fragrance would be this one and Delina Exclusive. So if I were to choose 2 right now, those would be it. I love Coco Mademoiselle, so that one would always be in there as well. But the 2 that I feel like suit where I'm at as a person right now, I would say Gentle Fluidity Gold and Delina Exclusive would be at the top of the list. So I am in love with this Barakat Gentle Gold. So beautiful. Lasts about 5 hours. Like I'm totally wearing this for the day, because as soon as I smell it, it's all I want to put on. So love, love, love this one. It is my top shelf, top tier, fantastic fragrance, not only in the Middle Eastern fragrances, but all throughout my fragrances. This is right in the top 10 right now. So absolutely adore this fragrance. I definitely am wanting to get more, so I will keep you updated. I'm so excited about that mango punch. Who knows what it'll be like, but I'll definitely keep you posted on that. Middle Eastern fragrances are such a great way to build a collection and get quality fragrances. I will leave all the Middle Eastern fragrances that Val and I have done, because there are so many. When this video ends, you'll see the playlist of all my Middle Eastern fragrances currently. The majority of them are with Val. I think all of them pretty much are with Val. So you get to see the ones that we talk about and discuss. I definitely highly recommend watching those because there's so many there to choose from that are really, honestly, fantastic fragrances. So what about you? What are your top 10 Middle Eastern fragrances right now? Please leave them in the comment because I am definitely wanting to buy more of them. And I think everybody is. Like, Middle Eastern is the craze right now. So that is it. I hope you have an amazing week and we'll talk to you soon.